Vivian, I'm going to show you how to get to the anchor unit and then how you were supposed to progress through it. So when you are in my English class and you click on materials, when you scroll down, there are two folders at the top. One of them is your independent novel folder. So when you do your independent novel project, everything you need will be in here. But the second folder down is your anchor unit folder. So everything for the anchor unit is in here. Now when you open it up, the anchor unit is meant to go in order. That's mentioned in the information here. You're supposed to complete part 1 before you move on to part 2 and so on. And in every folder, there are 4 steps that you are supposed to complete in order. So, what you should have done was open up the first folder, the part 1 folder, and completed these from the top to the bottom without skipping anything. So you take the pretest first because it lets you know what's in the unit. You take notes using this PowerPoint. Then you do the worksheet and the sentence assignment. Once everything for part 1 is done, then you were supposed to go to part 2. Same thing. You start at the top and you slowly click your way through it. So where you seem to be is on the part 3 folder. And the part 3 folder, again, should be done from the top to the bottom in order. Now, something to notice. The part 2 folder that you've been working on isn't officially due until November 2nd. So anything that you're getting done in here is so that you can meet that deadline. The part 3 folder isn't due until November 16th. So you have a couple more weeks to get this done. And then once you're done with all of these and you move on to the test folder, that's due by the end of the trimester. So here are those due dates you were asking about. Now the downside of Schoology is when you go into your grades and you see all these assignments, they don't provide any due dates. But if you see an assignment that has this dash next to it, this means that you haven't done the assignment, but it is also not due yet. Only if you see the incomplete symbol will you know that you've technically missed the deadline and you need to get it done as soon as possible before it turns to a 0. I hope this solved some of your questions. The reason you weren't able to open some of these from the grade book was because you weren't doing them in order, and they do not show up in the grade book in order. So what you would want to do is click on materials and go to the anchor unit folder. That's going to help you move through the rest of this anchor unit. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend and let your mom know that you are now technically ahead of schedule in English.